So thanks for coming, man. I like to mix up the guests. It's not always have to be real estate, right? So we get different, partners. So this is, DB Group, Real Talk. This is Victor Alvarado, Country Financial. Thanks for having me. No, for sure, bro. So we've actually known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
A long, long time.
I think it's more than half of our age at this point.
That's right. They'll fit a number. But no, I mean, what, since at least 15, right? Since we're 15.
Yeah, I would want to say it's right around the age of 15 we met.
It's crazy. And, being in our 20s now, so.
Yes, our 20s.
Yeah, man, the hairline, man, that's just brutal. That's brutal. Just, yeah.
Caught me off guard.
And the gray hairs.
Man, life changes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope, Leo could edit this out, but there's a lot of grays right here in the mustache now. It's brutal.
A little bit of touch-up, right?
It's crazy.
You had some hair in mine?
Do you feel young?
You know what? So, I definitely got to say sometimes there's days that I don't.
Yeah.
For the most part, I feel like I still do. I try to keep up with everything I do, which my wife yells at me and tells me that you're not that young anymore. You need to think about what you do.
My body tells me I still mentally feel young, but like when I'll wake up, I'm like, oh shit, I think I just broke something. So that kind of sucks.
When you got to stretch every morning when you get up now?
I literally have to stretch every morning, bro.
Yeah.
No, I don't even care. Like the young team that we have here at the DB Group, they'll talk that shit, but I don't even care. I'm old, man.
Hey.
37 is what it is.
Wisdom, right?
So where did you get your degree for insurance?
It's degree. That's funny. I like that. So everything is licensed through the state, but insurance in itself kind of came out of left field for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I ever pictured myself doing, and it's definitely something that I'm very passionate about now, and I don't see myself doing anything else.
I mean, how could you?
Right. So I love what I do, but funny story. Try to keep it short, not take too much of your time, but. I used to own a trucking company prior to that.
I remember, yes.
And I hated every minute of it. It was, needless to say, it was great money and took care of what I wanted to take care of at the time. It was prior to me having kids.
Yeah.
And the timing of it, it was just, I was leaving my house at 4 a.m, getting home at 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Is that what you hated, the schedule?
Not being present was what bothered me the most.
Okay.
Especially when at that time it was my fiance, not my wife now, talking about getting married, talking about starting a family. Yeah. And the summers I was just non-existent. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I understand that.
And not having the availability of sharing certain times or making certain memories with my family was a big deal for me. So
you're a family dude for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that weighing on you.
A little bit.
But I think being your own entrepreneur and then carrying that over to the insurance side, I think that suits you well.
Definitely.
Because this is your business.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got Country Financial. Same for me, right? My lending company is who sponsors me, but bro, we paid the toilet paper here, bro. Like this is as franchise, self-employed as you could be.
That's 100% how it is.
Yeah.
And I completely understand that side of it. And it is a learning curve at the beginning, trying to understand that situation.
So
having a little bit of that from having the trucks definitely helped.
Yeah.
But I'm more of I love talking to people. So like sitting in a truck, driving, no.
That's not your thing.
No.
All right. So you transitioned to insurance. How'd you pick Country Financial?
My old insurance agent, and I know like Country does this sporadically, they'll send emails to even like clients and stuff like that when they're looking for additional agents just to see if they can capture somebody. And I happened to get one of those emails one of the days.
Yeah, they got you.
And it got me, and I was like, huh. I'm like, I've never actually looked into this industry. I'm curious.
Yeah.
So I called him and I talked to him, and he convinced me to take a meeting.
Yeah.
So I did. I took the meeting with the general manager, talked about everything. Didn't know it was an interview, honestly. We talked on the phone, and I told him I had questions. I wanted to know more about it before I even decided if this is something I wanted to pursue. Yeah. And I appreciated his time, and he was open about it. By the time we got done talking, he offered me a position. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this was an interview.
Well, I guess I'm going to not be a trucking business anymore.
Right. So respectfully, I told him, I was like, hey, I really do appreciate it. And, very respectfully, I'm honored. I just don't know if I could say yes right now.
Yeah.
And I think it caught him a little bit off guard.
Yeah.
But I was just honest with him. I told him, like, look, I have a company, I have trucks, I have equipment. I'm like, I have to figure out what to do with all this before I can tell you yes and make that jump.
Worthwhile, man. That's a big change.
Correct. I had to get licensed. I had to figure out what that meant.
Study again.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Right.
So, yeah.
No, that's interesting, man. You're good at what you do, bro. You definitely care.
Thank you.
I've used you for some of my personal stuff, bro, and I can tell you care because You're asking me. I don't give a shit about certain questions you'd be asking me. I'm like, bro, whatever you think is best, man. Just take care of me. I trust you.
I appreciate that. That means a lot more than you know. When I hear clients tell me they trust me, it means I've done my job the right way.
Well, I think when you're in that service industry, you need to come through on that trust, though.
100%.
Right, and that's the pressure.
Yeah, it is, because a lot of it is just talk. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, like anybody can tell you they got you, or they'll take care of you, or they'll be there when you need them.
I don't do any of that bullshit. And the way I train my team, I think they're better than me, but like, you know, when you're trusting a loan officer, for example, you got to be able to trust that person's going to give you the best loan product.
Correct.
So sometimes people just do what's easy, and we don't do that shit here. Oh. And I know you don't do that.
And you know what? I've personally experienced that from you guys. You know? I use you for my lending.
That's
for my
right.
house,
I appreciate you, brother.
And no, I appreciate you guys. And so I got to firsthand experience the process you guys do and how much you guys care about your people. And how much time and effort you guys put into the process to make people feel so at ease throughout the whole process.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. I'm excited to do this with you, bro. So we've actually genuinely known each other for quite some time. So we got some unique questions. You claim to subscribe to the YouTube channel, so you probably already know what the deal is, bro. So and I apologize in advance. This is actually the second podcast for today.
Oh, all
Had
right.
some shots in me. So we'll see how these answers go. But if you want to do the honors, man, we do 3 spins.
All right.
Give it a good spin, yep. We'll do a better spin next time.
I didn't know how fast it was going to go. All right, what was that one?
What we got?
Share each other's crazy story.
Fuck. that was actually a new question that Marie just added. I was like, damn, we get to the worst one. So Victor and I have genuinely known each other since we were 15.
Yeah.
So we've seen some things.
Yes, we have.
Well, crazy story about each other?
About each other.
Oh, well, shit, you go first, I guess.
You want me to go first? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's a couple ones that come to mind. I guess it depends on how much skeletons we want to let out of the closet.
No names.
I remember there was a situation at my house.
Okay. This is Bloomingdale?
No, this is when we lived back in Hanover Park.
Oh.
Do you remember back then? The townhome,
I do.
duplexes?
Yep.
Oh, good neighborhood. We knew a lot of people around there.
We did a lot of basketball out there, too.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But there was a situation where you happened to be in my house.
Maybe we should, the first time ever, Leo, do some editing. We'll see how this goes.
And we were young, and my parents didn't know you were there.
That's what we're doing? Okay.
I never forget the story because it was comical to me. At the time, you know, you were seeing a certain somebody.
Yep.
And my father came down, walking down the stairs, and
all right,
you ran and hid to it was a pantry.
Yeah.
And my dad would never wake up at night and come down for anything. It was really unusual. It just happened to happen at that time.
Yeah.
And then I remember him opening the pantry door because he went to lose something. You were just standing there.
It was awkward. Yeah, I do remember that. So it was a relative, so that's why it was weird.
Right.
So, Hispanic families and shit, like, why is there a dude on a weekday? So, yeah, I hear, like, your dad come down. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I go hide in a fucking pantry, bro. And I was like,
the sliding glass door for the backyard was right there. You went past it and went to the pantry.
Bro, talk about, like, just being stupid, right? I'm over here, like, blending into the chips. Right?
Are you a big dude?
Right? Like, yeah, dude, it just made no sense. I don't know what I was thinking. And he definitely saw me, dude. It was great.
The look in his face and him just like kind of turning around, couldn't believe what was going on, no words. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. I do remember you trying to, defend me a little bit, like trying to create a story, so I appreciate that. That was super weird.
I was like, I told him to go get some from the pantry.
Yeah. Why is he saying real still? Why is he on the shelf? Yeah. That was a stupid situation. Hey. And you're right, dude. I walked right by the freaking back door. Man, cheers to that.
We were young.
That's crazy.
Made interesting decisions.
So I don't do prepare. We're going to do like a blooper thing at the end of the year. So Leo could attest, man. These are just questions literally as we start. Yeah. So we don't prepare. We don't rehearse. I don't share questions in advance. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to speak about. We just have a sequence. So crazy story for Victor, man. Let me see. I remember there was a lot of drunk nights at your Bloomingdale place.
Oh, the apartment in Bloomingdale. Well, there wasn't a lot of guys our age at the early 20s that had their own place.
Yeah. So it was like everyone just partying
like
at your
hangout
spot.
Yeah.
You were like the after party for a while there. Man, I don't know if I have any appropriate things to say on camera. But I just always enjoyed playing basketball, like in the neighborhood with you, man. That was always fun.
It was interesting because, I mean, obviously I'm vertically challenged. So when we played with other people, I was like, yeah, I got Doug.
Yeah, I didn't even get tall till like junior year of high school, bro. Like I was like,
that's a lie. I'm pretty sure I've been doing this since I met you.
Oh man, trying to see if there's anything I could share that's funny, inappropriate. I may have to come back to this, Will, man. This may be the first time I've ever been stumped on this podcast.
It's an interesting question.
Until then, man, let's take the shot then.
All right.
Shot number 1. Salud.
Salud.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff.
All right.
All right, man. Let's do the next one.
Next one, a little bit more.
Yep.
That's a little better. What do we got?
It's backwards for me.
Says, why should someone work with Victor?
Ooh. I love these questions, man. I ask my loan officers, partner realtors. So talk to us, man. Why would someone work with you over another country financial agent, or just another company? What do you got going on?
I think it's my heart.
Okay.
I genuinely care about people, and I genuinely care about taking care of them, making sure that they don't have a reason to not sleep at night, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the insurance industry in itself can kind of have a bad name to it just because they're used to being so transactional.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of bigger name companies obviously out there that spend a lot of money on
advertising.
I mean, I'm not gonna bounce some names like Allstate and State Farm, but
Pew, pew. We'll edit that out.
No. In all seriousness, I think there's good agents in every single company, no matter what. But there's definitely there's definitely a lot of transactional going on because it's more about selling and just getting you in, trying to get you the cheapest price, walk out, and then they think they're never going to see you again, or they're only going to hear from you.
That's actually where I was hoping you were going to go with it. So, why is the lowest rate not always the best thing?
So it never is, and people don't realize that.
Okay.
The lowest rate tends to have a lot of
we're talking about lowest
coverage.
like monthly payment, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when you talk about lowest rating, you're shopping by rate alone. You're not understanding the stuff that's taken out of policies and out of coverages that you need and don't realize you need until you actually need it. Right, and that's what insurance is. It's a transfer of risk.
Yeah.
So if you're going to pay me to make sure that something happens to you, you're taken care of, it would make you whole, why would I put you in a situation where, like, you might not be covered if you're in that situation?
Yeah.
So I think people don't take the time to actually understand what they're buying, and agents don't do a good enough job to explain that.
You know, I've done thousands of loans.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I notice with some clients is they'll choose cheap over risk. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the scary part. They're like, I'd rather take that chance to save an extra $7 a month. Probably not worth it.
No.
And I just saw this example literally on my block. At the time when I lived in Bartlett, and sewer insurance. Man, there was a backup on the sewer, right? And you would have just assumed that's like the city's responsibility. Yep. It was the homeowners, and it was a pretty heavy bill.
It is. People don't realize how expensive that can get.
Just an extra couple bucks a month could have just protected them on. I mean, I just don't want to expose it because if anyone knows my neighbors, I don't want to put their business on blast. But it was a big number.
Yeah,
a big number.
I had a situation with a client in Rockford, very similar.
Yeah.
And it was a constant conversation. You know, we try to do annual reviews with people to make sure that we're staying up to date with them and explain to them the things that are missing.
Yeah.
To make sure that they understand they don't have certain coverages if they choose not to take them.
Yeah.
And that was one of the situations.
Yeah.
And we had hammered it over and over, and she kept telling us no, she didn't want it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, sewer backup.
Yeah.
It caused from the city, but it came inwards, which means once it crosses your property line, it is your issue.
Yep, that's on
not
you.
the city's issue.
Yeah.
And it ended up costing her over $25,000.
It's a big price tag. Mm-hmm. So why? Talk to me about, because you're loyal to Country Financial. I've actually asked you this just in general years ago. Just give me something that's a little different with them.
You know what? One of the things, and it can sometimes be viewed negative, and reports actually just came out. If you take a look at reports, we've actually taken probably the biggest loss ratio in Illinois, which people hear that and they're like, well, what do you mean? You're losing money. And that's not what it means. What it means is that we've paid out more claims than State Farm, than Allstate, than
Dumb that shit
Farmers.
down. So we got other companies that are always fighting claims.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So if you look at the industry, there is. You know, the adjuster's job is to come out, take a look, and if there's damage, they should be paying it, right?
Yeah.
However, that's not always the case, and sometimes it needs to be fought. we stand by that. We were actually ranked the J.D. Power #1 for best home insurance for claim satisfaction. We have the same actually rating recently for auto claims. So that's one thing that makes me proud about Country Financial is that I can sit there when I tell you, hey, I'm going to cover you. I'm going to cover you.
Yeah.
It's just at that point, how detailed are we going to get into it, right? But that's why I like who I represent because I feel like I can speak honestly, and they'll have.
You've always been passionate and stood behind that. And guys, I'm not here to plug Country Financial. I'm not getting paid by them. Victor does have some of my commercial policies, right? I'll take that check. But man, no, I mean, I got stuff with State Farm. I got stuff with other insurance partners. Roland, I think he has like a broker, Optimal.
Optimal Insurance.
Yeah, so like I love on a lot of my partners. Obviously, I will always make sure I do stuff with you. But one thing I've always noticed about you is that you've always stood behind the fact that how Country literally comes through on claims. Life insurance too.
Oh God.
This dude got me on life insurance as well. He got me taking vitamins and getting ready for this freaking life insurance test.
Not to brag some more about it, but we actually just recently got ranked #1 in the world for life insurance.
In the world.
Yep.
Damn, you went outside North America.
They looked
Let's
at.
go.
So it was. They looked across everything for different sections, but for financial backgrounds, types of policies in place, and how we structure everything, we got ranked #1.
Congratulations,
insurance
man.
Policies.
Well, let's take this #2 shot, man, and hopefully I don't freaking tip over by the end of this.
Hey, you have life insurance.
I have life insurance. Damn, Leo. Why are we doing 2 a day, bro?
That's on you. Yeah.
This is crazy. Woo! Oh, all right, Victor, let's do the honors. Last one.
Last one.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's the same one as last time. We're going to have to reroll?
Spin again. Hopefully I can think of a crazy story that's not crazy, like too invasive.
Hey, I'm an open book.
Maybe we'll do it off air.
I'm an open book. Worst financial decision. I think this is something you yell at me constantly about.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo, man. I always look out for everybody's finance. I'm so invasive.
You're not a weirdo. I think you're a great dude.
No, I do with my team. I talk to my team, bro. I'm like, I want to know about their savings. I want to know everything.
I've been part of it. You actually host seminars and you make sure that they're making good decisions, and you want everybody that surrounds you to be financially stable. And
it's fun to win when other people are winning.
See, but that's not a mentality that a lot of people share, and that's one of the things I respect about you the most.
Appreciate you, brother.
You
like cars.
I've made some bad financial decisions. I like cars.
You like cars.
I have a problem with cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like cars.
I've had a lot of cars in my life.
But if that makes you happy, look, man, I think if you're making a financial decision based on something that you're passionate about that truly gives you happiness, that's okay. I'm talking about trying to keep up with the Joneses or, get rich quick bullshit.
I think we all kind of, at some point, at some time, we've all made somewhat of a decision like that just because somebody did something. And it's like, okay, I don't want to be left behind kind of deal. And I think once you get to a certain point, you start understanding that that's not needed. That's not right. So you stop looking outwards and start looking inwards. Mm-hmm. So have I done stuff like that? Of course. I mean, I think there's times where.
Look, I'll say something that's probably not popular. You know when they say like money can't buy happiness? Okay, look, it can give you some happiness, but that's not true happiness, right? Because materialistic shit won't do it.
No.
But the freedom that money could give you, right? But talk to me about maybe a regret that you've done. Maybe you shouldn't have bought that, or maybe you missed an investment opportunity.
Oh, okay, that one hits a little bit more home.
Okay.
I've always had a lot of people around me that are financially smart and make good investments and tell me, hey, you should try this, you should do this. And I am, as you know, an overthinker.
Yeah, you're analytical. But because of what you do, that's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
But that also holds me back sometimes from making decisions and taking actions on things that I should jump on.
Okay.
So when Bitcoin was launched was one of them. I had an opportunity to do some stuff there, and I was too scared of it, so I just sat back. But Rivian was one of the ones when Rivian was first released. I had a buddy that was buying stock, and he put me onto it.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, just trust me. He's like, I've done this with a couple of things. This is gonna blow up. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And I kind of pushed it away, And sure enough, about a year later,
it blew up.
It blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, it went from like I could have bought like a $2 share to like now the shares were $180 a share.
And if you look on the roads, man, Rivian's out there.
Rivian's out there. And
right? Behind Tesla, you probably see more Rivian and then what, maybe Lucid.
Lucid. I would agree. Will Rivian make that contract with Amazon?
You already knew.
No, so that was definitely one of those that I missed that I kind of kicked myself for not just jumping out.
I'm a risk taker, and I missed out on Bitcoin. I mean, I think my whole DB group knows this story, but in 2010, everyone knows I'm a diehard UFC fan. And John Fitch, a UFC fighter at the time, he was talking about how he wanted to get paid in Bitcoin. So I started Googling into it, started becoming a nerd. And I remember I wanted to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin at that time. And that was a penny stock.
Yeah.
That $500 today, bro, I'm talking about I'm on jets and shit. Like I'm helicoptering into Lyle from West Loop. You know what I mean?
On the daily.
But missed opportunity. Hindsight's always 20/20.
It is.
But I think what people need to be careful for is having the opportunity to take advantage of that presentable opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not in a situation to take action, I think that's where you're messing up.
Okay.
And I think that may be confusing for some people, but when you're in a paycheck to paycheck opportunity, then you need to A, make more income, or B, put yourself in a position where you're at an employer where you can make more income. Yeah. I will never be in a situation where I was like, $500 is expensive to me in 2010. I was scared to invest $500. I will never be in that position again. And that's what I mean by that.
And I think that's very solid advice.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely revolves back to what you said with money and happiness.
That's it.
Yeah.
Take that chance sometimes. Mm-hmm. And if shit doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least you were in a position to take the chance. Yep. You know? So, all right, so let's do that last one here. Last shot. Yo, this shot glass is broke, Leo. Who am I going to sue, bro, if I'm going to cut myself? All right, Maria, you're getting sued. Damn it, Leo. Whoa. All right, Victor. So the last segment is just plug anything you got going on, bro. What's Country Financial, new products, new events, anything that you're doing for clients? Woo! Can't, Leo.
So as you know, like we're all independent agents, right? Country Financial is who I contract with.
Yep.
And I have my own agency, Victor Alvarado Insurance Agency. We tend to do a lot of events. I mean, you've been a part of a few of them.
You do a lot of cool shit.
I try to make them memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like everybody can do an event, but unless you make people remember that event when they walked away, it's kind of a waste.
I will say this publicly. No one fucks with Country Financial on events. I will say that publicly.
I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
The tailgating event is probably one of my favorites.
That's my all-time favorite event, period. But more than any of my events, bro. This is my favorite event of the year. The Bears tailgating event is an absolute blast.
Definitely.
We'll see who we bring this year.
Definitely. I mean, just to be honest with you, is Country Financial is a very, very conservative company. So they make decisions behind. So that's one of the reasons why they're financially strong. So behind that, we offer products like life insurance and different things on there, like an indexed universal life policy. That's a big hit right now. And we have a lot of different avenues for investment, and I partner with another agent to do investments. So we have that capability too. I would say just if you want somebody that's actually going to care about you and how you do things, give me a call.
Man, let's talk some shit, bro. You got some cool-ass events. You didn't even say any cool shit you got coming up. Bro, July what? What is it for the boat event?
July 31st.
How does someone get invited to your event, bro?
Honestly, it's partnerships.
Okay.
We work together.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff together, and I love your team.
I know you love on my team, yeah. But if someone wants to be like, yo, I want to take advantage of Victor's events, how do they do that?
Let's get together and talk.
Or so he's got call you.
Honestly, call me.
Okay.
Call me. Let's talk. And if we have common interest, and I feel like we have common grounds where we have the same goals.
Yeah.
And we care about the people we have those goals with, we can work together.
I feel like I'm plugging your events better than you, bro. Look, I've been at cigar rolling events. I've been at boat parties in Chicago. Yep. I've been at private yacht parties.
Yep. I've
been at Cub events, tailgating bear events. Again, no one really messes with you guys on events.
I appreciate that.
The appreciation for partnership back to who's helped bring in referrals. I think you guys are sincere about it. And I think that's why you guys do well.
Yeah. No, I definitely think you hit that on the head. I think that's, in my opinion, one of the best ways to grow your business.
Yeah.
If you have warm transfers and actual referrals of people that care about your business.
Yeah.
So like when I'm able to refer people to you and you back to me, we care about each other's business, that we are sending right referrals. We're not just telling people like, oh yeah, go call.
You know what's crazy? I tell you, look, bro, I'm going to work with you no matter what, period. You know about me hiding in a pantry. You're going to get my referrals, right? But you still love on my team, bro, so I appreciate that. That's genuine.
100%.
So, all right, is there anything else you want to talk about that you got coming up?
Oh, man, there's so many things. I mean, summers are crazy. Events are fun. We are gonna start looking at, and it's not set in plan yet. So
So some details to come.
Some details to come, but we wanna start looking into doing like an outside summer event, for like a customer appreciation event. So not just partners.
And the actual clients. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's unique.
So I want to do something a little bit different. I am looking into either doing maybe like a wine tasting event or just get somewhere where we get some food trucks there and do something more family oriented too, where the kids can come out. So more to come on that, but that is definitely that I want to start doing more of.
And then just a personal question, man. Can you get some of my policies lower? Because you have all my commercial stuff, I believe. So if you could just get that cheaper, I'd appreciate that. No, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Congrats on all your success. You do very well, and
you.
you're genuine, bro. So
thank you.